When Bill Larson's brakes started squeaking. When Pam Summers' check engine light went on. Before Tom Sanders headed out on vacation. And when Dave Archer's car lost its cool. They all came here. Midas. Total car care. Total customer care. That's the Midas touch.
Hello, good morning. This is Evangelist Dr. Robert L. McKim Sr. from Carrollton, Ohio. It's going to be hot next few days here in Ohio and some other states. With the actual temperature being in the 90s and with the dew point and humidity gonna make the heat index feel like it's over 100. I wanted to talk about a few things here today. First off, there's this couple, husband and wife, that are raising their grandkids, and I'll just put it to you that way. They adopted their grandkids, so they're raising their grandkids. They also are going into the ministry full time. The husband had quit his job, and they're planning on, I guess, getting an RV or, something on that order and traveling around. So they've been coming to the church that I've been attending for a few months now, and been getting the pastor and some other people stirred up and doing this thing where they go out every other Friday to talk to people, basically, to pray for their needs and pray for their salvation. Try and get other churches in the area involved as well, doing the same thing. So they've been, doing a lot of things here lately to try to, win souls. I gave him a card, and because Sunday was their basically last day in our church for them to go out into the world. I had cake and gave him a card. So, the church also took up a love offering. I gave him a little bit something in their card as well. And I wrote this scripture from 1 Peter 2. 1 Peter 2. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, His own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of Him who called you out of darkness into His marvelous light. I wrote that down on the card because this is talking about the Gentiles, not the Israelites, the Gentiles, and the Gentile nation that came out of the persecution of the Israelites years ago. Yeah, I mean, this our nation had been founded years before we even founded it. It was founded by God to be a refuge for the Israelites until the Israelites could return to their own land. Now, there's been some controversy here on the internet between a couple preachers and I guess they forget Romans 11. Granted, you know, there's a lot of Jewish people that are not believers in Jesus Christ. There's not a lot of believers in Jesus Christ, and they just want to constantly make fun of Jesus Christ and Christians, and they always want to put us down and try to stop us from preaching the truth. But then there's those preachers that want to uphold even the evil that the Jewish people do and call that anti-Semitism. I'm like, really? I mean, there's even somebody coming out saying the whole New Testament is anti-Semitic. I'm like, really? Evidently, you're not reading it. That's the whole problem. You're not reading it. There's nothing anti-Semitic in the New Testament. Nothing at all. Because in Romans 11, for if the first fruit is holy, the lump is also holy. And if the root is holy, so are the branches. If some of the branches were broken off, which is some of the Israelites that don't believe, some of the Jewish people that don't believe, and you, being a wild olive tree, which is the Gentiles, were grafted in among them, and with them became partakers of the root and faithfulness. No, not faithfulness, excuse me. And fatness of the olive tree. Now I'm going down here to the other underlined. You will say then, branches were broken off, that I might be grafted in. Well said, because of unbelief they were broken off, and you stand by faith. Do not become hardy, but fear. For if God did not spare the nation, natural branches, He may not spare you either. Blah, blah, blah. Basically, this is the root is Jesus Christ. The branches are the people who believe in Him. And some of the branches that are the Jewish people that did not believe in Him were basically broken off, and the Gentiles that do believe in him were then grafted in, or, put in their place. I have been put into a place where a Jewish person that doesn't believe. Does that make me anti-Semitic? No. Anti-Israel? No. It doesn't. It makes me all Israel. Because Jesus Christ came from the Jewish nation. Some people also notice I've been wearing this special glove here lately. Well, I went to my family doctor here a while back, and he gave me a lotion to put on my hand because it's been hurting a lot. But around my thumb, especially my thumb area. We thought maybe it was my arthritis, but still kept hurting. And then I went to Stat Care. Sorry, I had to get something here. I went to Stat Care. And then the doctor there at the Stat Care he said actually it's tendonitis. And he gave me a special, more rigid brace to wear. But I got this copper fit brace, or glove that is, to wear when I'm doing other things where I need to use my thumb and hand. So that's what's going on here lately with me. Renee, she has to have surgery on her left ear. Doctor is going to cut behind her ear and go in and do some exploratory surgery. Remove a tube that another ear, nose, throat doctor put in that had fell behind her eardrum. Remove that. Check the bones in her inner ear. And maybe repair those if he can repair those. Remove any kind of scar tissue or anything that maybe have built up, because he believes that her hearing loss in her left ear is not nerve damage, but is caused by something else going on. Now, I want to talk about real quick also, today is Renee's birthday. She's 43 today. Her mother and mother's husband sent her a card with nice saying on it. And inside, they sent her. They always send her some money so that she can use on herself or whatever she wants to do. So, yesterday, the sheriff stops by, a sheriff deputy stops by to check on Renee. Her mother called and was concerned because she couldn't get a hold of us. Well, I thought, here a while back we gave them our new home phone number after we had to have it changed because of that time that stupid, no good for nothing internet troll that posted our phone number on Kiwi Farms and then called and harassed us using a soundboard on a computer of a dead man. Anyhow, I thought we'd let them know our new home phone number, but I don't know, she told the sheriff she couldn't get a hold of us on the house number. And I said, well, we got my cell phone number. I have never had it changed. And she said, well, first off, she asked, what I was calling from. And then this is what she said here. I'll read it to you here real quick. I'm not reading the whole thing. I said, first off, thanks for calling the sheriff. You know my number, but never texted or called it. Then she says, yes, she did, but got a recording that the number was no longer in service. I think she's meaning the house number. You even said to change your number. What number are you texting me from now? And I said, not sure why I said it wasn't in service. My cell. This is Bob. I thought you and John might deleted my number. We had. I said, okay. Then she said, I never called this number, 'cause I had deleted it in the past. I said, okay. So she never actually called or texted my cell number because they deleted it because of their anger towards me and my faith in my ministry. But there are people out there that are not angry. I mean, here's an envelope from somebody that I received something from. This was in May, and this one here was in March. And in both envelopes was $5 McDonald's gift cards from somebody who cares about me and Renee and likes to bless us every now and then with something small that we can use every now and then. Just, when I don't want to say names or anything like that, but I just, want to thank them for blessing us and their occasional gift every now and then to bless us. Everything helps. I've been dealing with vehicle issues. The struts on the front of my vehicle needed replaced, and the passenger side window hadn't been going down since 2011. Actually, 2012. See, I had bought, after I got this van, I bought 2 new window motor and actuators. And in 2011, had those replaced in 2011. A year later, they both went bad. They quit working. And in 2013, had the driver's side replaced. It cost more than, what I would have spent if I had bought the motor and actuators myself and had somebody else put them in. But hey, this place this is what they do. They deal with glass, replacing glass in vehicles, replacing glass in like windows and doors and things of that nature. That's their expertise. And one of the expertise is, replacing also the motor, the actuator on, in car doors. Not only do they get one that's maybe a little bit more than what I can get at AutoZone, but they do this special thing where they put the rear view mirror glue, the glue that holds the rear view mirror on the windshield, on the actuator somewhere or the motor somewhere to hold it in place. Well, never had no problems with the driver's side since they put it in. So when I got some money here from another loan that we was able to get, had the struts replaced, and they replaced the motor and actuator here Monday. And Tuesday, when Renee and I was going to our ear, nose, and throat doctor in Steubenville, the windows started, coming up cockeyed on an angle. I'm like, well, that's not right. Something's wrong here. I called them on my way down. I said, listen, we're on our way down to Steubenville for a doctor's appointment. I can't bring it in right away. They said, well, you can always, put something over it if it rains, or, always try to work it up with your hands. So that's what we did. I held on to it while Renee used the switch to bring in the window up. And I held on to it, got it up all the way. And I took it in Wednesday morning, had them look at a clip that holds the window in place, had fell out. It came off somehow. And then he said that they could have saved the motor. I guess the motor must have burned up on it or something. He said, if you came in when you noticed it wasn't working, I could have saved the motor. Well, we was on our way to a doctor's appointment in Steubenville. I can't be in two places at once. So he has to order another one. And I said, well, I hope this is under warranty, because it's not my fault that that clip came off of the window. It's not my fault that we have to go to doctor's appointments. I can't just drop everything we do and go somewhere else. What do people think I am? Sick and tired of it, how people think these days. Renee's parents, Renee's afraid now that, our number's going to be out there because of her number. And if they get our house number, it's going to be out there somewhere for somebody. Like that Mr. Moo that Renee's mother's husband has been in contact with in the past. We'll put out there our phone number for people to harass us. Are we that stupid? No. No. You need to just stop what you're doing and harassing us so we can constantly move on with our life. I'm preaching the gospel. I'm preaching the truth of God and Jesus Christ. If you don't like it, don't come to my YouTube channel. I've said it many times. Don't come here to my YouTube channel if you don't like what I have to say. But you do it because you think YouTube is all about fun and games. It's not all about fun and games. It's also about seriousness. I'm serious here. You don't like it? I don't care. Grow up. And that goes for a lot of adults are acting like moronic children. Grow up. You know who I'm talking about. The Carroll County Fair is going on this week. The weather's been kind of looks like it's going to rain. I don't know. But anyhow, gotta get off here now. God bless you. Have a blessed day.